Sitandela baby, kalesa baby, tifuna tanu wanguwe, keke zingi ndombi, so sisfike kum, lalela baby, tifuna kama nawe. Weputi mnandi hamba nawe, dihamba nawe. Weputi mnandi hamba nawe, dihamba nawe.
Respectable Lavender FM kubatanganetsa comeback kwenye mshono show double namusia public speaking hapa Lavender FM yung true African youth station. You know mosara vazvitiva zvorri vadisara zvithu zvahone mani ka Tuesday ngalavo vili hai rivetera zvithu hapo mani ka Lavender FM mavazvitiva musi zvorri tichimbidzo mushomo ndi ndothe mani dochimbidzana the one and only, you know, public speaking enthusiast, the author Demulisa Netononda aka Lisa utoitani pedzi mwana mukara
ndione mwana mukara wazvida zvori ndizondotoke richikobva celebrate developer vafumakazi ndichikori happy women's month, you know, to all the beautiful ladies and women out there. Ndisamuhangu director T uri minifedzi ene
hai aundana mini man Lisa nendoditakarira wazvidiwa zvori avo director T vazvira vasina taidzo mani vazvira kuditakarira vamutu music kotobva kainei women's day, you know, but of course ikadeva kainei women's month, and of course today ikadava chikodisa one of the most phenomenal women through, you know, hapa ka Lavender FM man Lisa net
casual vatichiresa vatava Lavender FM sazvarani furi kwedzisa vekeni yopira uri tiva richikuisa phanda na topic yacho ya mentorship. We have a guest for you today. She's a woman, of course, since we are celebrating Women's Month, and we truly hope that you guys are going to be blessed by her. Director Till will do the honors of introducing our speaker, and of course we'll take it from there.
Lisa guest ya shooting ya dwala namusi goes by the name of Mutshidzi Dzegere, you know, right? But she will introduce herself and tell us more about herself, you know, when we get into the interview, you see. But before we do so, of course, let's take you to a quick break, and then when we come back, Rukova Desera, our guest, you know, is going to grace us with her presence.
Let's start.
I got a condo with me.
Public speaking being brought to you by yours truly, Lisa Net and Director T. Lavender FM.
How can I say what I'm feeling if I don't?
I can't handle dancing on my own. It takes two to tango.
The first run ya Miss Lavender FM 2020. Lavender FM ndifunela uri ina dzi programs dzine dzavha dzikho thusa vhaswa uri vha hule vha kha nḓila yone vha tshi ḓivha na pfanelo dzavho, and Lavender FM asiyo sasaladzo. Ndi humbula uri vhathu vha ye vha subscribe YouTube channel ya Lavender FM uri vha vhe alert musi hu tshi bvisiwa dziṅwe episode dzine dza nga vha thusa uri vha tshile nga nḓila yone.
You say you love me, I say you crazy. We're nothing more than friends. You're not my lover, more like a brother. I know you since we were like 10. Yeah, don't mess it up, talking that shit. Only gonna push me away, that's it. When you say you love me, that make me crazy.
Lavender FM. Your only true African youth station, purposely made for youth empowerment.
She just wants to be beautiful. She goes unnoticed. She knows no limits. She craves attention. She praises an image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining deeper than the eyes can find it. Maybe we're made of blind souls. She tries to cover up her pain and cut her woes away. 'Cause cover girls don't cry after the face is made. But there's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars, see you're beautiful. With stars and we're beautiful. And you don't have to change a thing, the world could change its heart. No scars, see you're beautiful. With stars and we're beautiful. She has dreams to be an envy, so she's starving. You know, cover girls eat nothing. She says beauty is pain and there's beauty in everything. What's a little bit of hunger? I can go a little while longer. She fades away. She
Welcome back. But here is what you are Love in the Fame. Of course, it is Love in the Fame, your true African youth station, purposely made for youth empowerment. Been brought to you by its truly Director T and Lisa Net. You know, and right now this is where we get to the fun part, where we bring in our guest speaker today, a phenomenal woman. You see, so Lisa, I can't number passing when I'm gonna.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is of course Love in the Film, your only true African youth station, purposely made for youth empowerment. We've got our guest of the day, and she's gonna of course introduce herself to the audience and tell us more, about mentorship. She's quite one of the ladies that are doing the most in society, so I bet her introduction is gonna be a bit long. So from her intro, we are just gonna go straight into the topic where we have questions for her to answer, and some of those questions are: what does mentorship mean to you? The second one would be, where did you find or see the desire to start mentoring? And the other one would be, how do you make sure your mentors are at ease? What does mentorship mean to you? Where did you see or find the desire to start mentoring? And the other one would be, how do you make sure your mentors are always at ease? Let us get straight into it. The time is yours.
Hi, my name is Mutshidzi Dzegere. I'm from Hachifura, a very small village around Sibase. I matriculated in 2015 at Chibase High School, after which I went to VETS to do accounting science, and after my degree, I continued to do my CTA, and I'm currently serving my CA articles, and this is my first job. So what does mentorship mean to me? Mentorship is, I'd say it's like a development program whereby someone takes the responsibility of saying, I'm going to be there for that person because I've walked that journey. I know what it entails. I have the experience. I've had my own ups and downs in that particular journey. However, I want to impart the knowledge that I had from the journey to someone else who's willing to learn, and not necessarily to say that I'm going to give them my own experience and make it their experiences, but to just say, because I've been there, these are some of the pointers that you can look out for as you make your own beautiful experience. To just be there for someone and walk the journey with them as you help them out, because you've been there before and you just want to see them get where they want to be. Before, I never thought I would be capable of being a mentor, but then as I was living my own life and achieving certain things and just being able to reach those goals, people would approach me and tell me they want me to be their mentor. And it was then that I was like, I also want to help out. I want to be in somebody's life to just impart what I know. And the fact that other people looked at me and believed that there's something that I could give them, and they trusted me with their journeys. That for me was very inspiring, and that's when I decided I'm going to be a mentor to someone. I'm going to help somebody else, because if somebody can look up to you and say you are doing great and I just want to follow on your footsteps, that means something great. It means that you have the potential to be somebody's mentor. And I took it from there. I took it from my mentees approaching me and telling me they want to be my mentees based on what they've seen, and I've grown to love being a mentor, because it's just amazing. It's very beautiful to just impart the knowledge that you have and just help other people reach their goals and elevate them to the level that they have always wanted to be, and help them give their dreams a kiss of reality. So for me, I'd say that initially I wasn't that person that would say I want to be a mentor, but with time I realized I enjoyed helping other people. I enjoy helping other people see their dreams come true. I enjoy helping other people just be proud of who they are and just reach their goals. So the next question is, how do I make sure that my mentees are always at ease, especially given that academics can be tough at times? One thing I always tell my mentors is, you need to know yourself. You need to know your strength. You need to know your weaknesses. You need to know the opportunities that are presented before you, and you need to know the things that stop you from achieving whatever you want to achieve. So with that being said, if you do know your strength, you know when to focus on something, and when you know your weaknesses, it helps you to know that I need to put so much hours into this, I need to put less hours into this, because when you have that balance and you know how to balance your strength and your weaknesses, then you're always at ease, because you know when to prioritize what, you know what to not prioritize, and that just gives you that peace of mind. Another thing that I always tell my mentors is that we all reach our peak. If you reach your peak, you need to stop. Like, we put so much pressure on ourselves that we just want to keep on going and want to keep on going, but sometimes our body tells us that you need to stop. So what I tell my mentors is that, guys, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like this is a lot for you to handle, just stop, take a break, go for a walk, spend time with family and friends. Just go away from anything that has to do with academics, because now your mind is strained and you just want to have that break to yourself. Because what's the point of going on when you know that you're just wasting more time? Another thing that I tell my mentees is that you need to know your productive hours, and you also need to know when you are just busy and not doing anything. That helps with you knowing when to chill and with you knowing when to be busy with your life. Because if you know that this is the time that I'm actually productive, 8 to 5, I know I'm gonna work, then you know this is the time I'm gonna put in the effort, and you don't have to stress yourself after 5, because you know you've done whatever you can do before that, and you still get time to yourself. And another thing I tell them is that have time to do other things, because when you only focus with your academics, you're gonna get to that point where you don't even know what to do with yourself, and you just trained. All that you do is just look at your books. But if you have something that you do by the side, you can go for, like, play soccer with the guys, you can go out with the girls. And when you're doing those other things, your mind is free. And when your mind is free, when you come back to the work, the actual work that you have to do, you are refreshed, you are not constrained, you're like fresh and you're ready to do these things. So the most important thing, to sum that up, is know when you're productive and when you're just being busy. Know when to take a break, know when to stop, and just know how to balance your life, and also seeking out for help and knowing who you are and what to prioritize.
I hear you, girl. It simply means that you were doing the most for people to have to approach you and say that, you know what, we love what you're doing, we love how you do it, we want you to mentor us, and we just want you to take us through the journey. So what type of a mentor would you say that you are? Are you an all-rounder, or do you maybe focus on a specific field?
I'd say that I'm an academic mentor, because most of the time when I'm with my mentees, it's always around how to achieve your dreams, and it's always related to academics. However, sometimes, because you can't really look at academics individually, like your life itself, the way you live your life and the way you are as a person really affect your academics. So sometimes we do have those advisors where me and my mentees just sit and we talk about how they can balance their life and how whatever they're doing on the other side can impact their academics, and we just talk about those things. But really, I'd say I'm mainly an academic mentor.
I really just love the fact that we are getting into mentorship, and it's a woman speaking, we're celebrating Women's Month, and just the fact that your story is relatable, and I feel like a lot of people can listen to this and say that, oh, it means that I can also be a mentor, or maybe I also need a mentee, because I can find a person who can actually lead me in certain areas of my life and just be that motivation. So in your concluding words, what would you like to say to the listeners of Lavender FM?
What I would love to leave our listeners with today is that if you have walked a journey before and you can see that someone is taking that same journey, you might want to share your experiences. You might want to impart the knowledge that you had from that journey. It helps when we can see that we are all united and we all want to help each other achieve something in this life. And also, to the other people that have to be mentored, I believe that sometimes it's up to the mentee to take that initiative to say, I can see that XYZ is living their life like this, and I also want to be like them. And they should approach the mentors. Mentors will never say no. Well, not necessarily that they will never say no, but if you believe that someone can help you out in life, I don't see a reason why you should stop and not approach them. I would say go for it, approach them, ask them for help, and they're always willing to help. And for the people that have walked the journey before, I think that it's wise that we're always willing to help each other. And in Chivenda they say, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mutshidzi. Thank you so much. And I truly hope and believe that there are people listening out there, and instead of just mentees going to mentors looking for help, mentors should also take that initiative to say, I feel like I can help that somebody. Or if a person comes to them, approaches them, they should have that positivity, and humbleness to say, what, it wasn't easy for me to get to where I am, so I might as well just impart the knowledge, like you're saying, to another person, and therefore just create success for another person. And that way we are creating a generation and a country that can stand on its own. Thank you so much, and we truly wish you the best, with serving your CA articles. Girl, you are most definitely doing the most, and happy Women's Month to you as well. And we really hope that you continue mentoring other young people, and they can get to where Mutshidzi has been, and they can even do greater stuff. Thank you so much, Director T. With that being said, what would be your thoughts on this conversation on this topic? What do you have to say?
Hi, listen it. Hi, Romu Pamchidzi manene akuhamba pungo lone mani ene. It is of course very important that you impart the knowledge that you have onto others based on your experience, and what you've gone through. You see, so yeah, man, Mutshidzi, we heard her like she's really, one powerful, phenomenal woman, as I stated, at the beginning of this. But yeah, we really appreciate her being with us today, and I hope that all listeners took something with them from all that she was educating us about. You see, of course, in the Lavender FM, only true African youth station, purposely made for youth empowerment. Don't forget that you can always like us on our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages, and don't forget to click that subscribe button.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, but we have come to the end of our show, and we truly hope and believe that you guys took something from today's topic. Whether you become a mentor, a mentee, or you become both, we really hope that today's message was helpful. And again, I'd like to say that happy Women's Month to all the women out there. We are still celebrating you, beautiful ladies. Catch us same place, same time next week as my co-host and I do the things that make the things to be done. Riri nimena masiari abuti ngao rado batichirezi botabela Lavender FM arkunisiano rado arkunisiana The Mogul SA featuring Natalia Mavaso Bachkori. diphelele.
Italiwa Lavender FM, your only true African youth station, purposely made for youth empowerment.
Ichadiwa Lavender FM, your only true African news station, purposely made for youth empowerment.